that's happened.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
I'll call on myself here. I have a question about in the board summary report. There was a discussion of the fees and how that's all working out. So my understanding is that there won't be any fees assessed. Can you kind of just walk us through that piece of the report? Thank you.
There's no new impacts, and the house has been in existence for quite a while. So no cash in lieu would be required on this plat.
Okay, thank you. And the chair recognizes that Commissioner Conte has arrived, so we're glad to see you this morning. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you. I believe this is a public hearing, so I will open the public hearing. If anyone else would like to have a question or make a comment, public hearing is open. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. I think I'll ask if the applicant would like to say a few words. And as you come up, please state your name and address for the record. Thank you.
My name's Jerry Olson, 288 North Manila Road, Bennett, Colorado. We came to you about a year and a half ago, maybe more, and we asked for the waiving of the fees, and we appreciate that you did that for us. I would like to encourage you to maybe in the future make this process of remediating problems that happened years and years ago, make it a little bit easier for us that fall into that unbeknownst to ourselves. So we bought the property in 2004 and did not have any idea that it was illegally subdivided until we tried to sell the property in 2016, so or 17, I believe. Anyway, it is still a really difficult process to go through, and I can understand that for being if I was a developer trying to do this to a piece of my property, but all I'm trying to do is get it clear so that I can sell the property to the next person who comes along. So I would like you to maybe take that into account in your future deliberations, and I'd be glad to talk to anybody about it. Any questions?
Go ahead, Commissioner.
I just wanted to make sure that our staff does know some of the issues, and I know we've got a number of properties that fall into this category, and that we are working on them and have identified them. And, I think we'll just try to appreciate your comments and try to do the best that we can for anybody who comes along too, because we know that this is an issue. So thank you very much.
Funny.
I just want to add my comments to that as well, Mr. Olson. I appreciate that you came out in the middle of what's to the east, a snowstorm, for a few minutes of testimony. But we do want to assure you that we do listen, and that we are working on sort of our land development codes and making sure that they're applicable. So I want to thank you for taking the time and trouble to come here today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Any other questions or comments? All right. I would entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, let's see. I can see this up so I can read it.
Commissioner Sharp.
Let me get this. Okay, now I think I can read it. Okay. In the case of PM 18-003, I move to approve the application with conditions. So this action would be consistent with the Planning Commission and staff recommendations. So in the case of PM 18-003, Olson Minor Subdivision. The County Commissioners have reviewed the staff report, including all exhibits and attachments, and have listened to the applicant's presentation and any public comment as presented at the public hearing. I hereby move to approve this application based on the findings in the staff report, subject to the following condition. Number 1, prior to signature of the final copy of the plat, the applicant must address Public Works staff comments and concerns. That's my motion. I'll ask for a second.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Holland.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further conversation or questions? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, this motion passes with one abstention from Commissioner Baker. Thank you very much. I do want to add, Mr. Olson, that Commissioner Baker is very sorry he cannot be here today. He is ill, but he sends his best regards. So, sorry about that. Okay. Now we move to the part of the agenda with Commissioner comments. Are there any Commissioner comments? Commissioner Holland.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yesterday we celebrated the birth and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. From Aurora is one of the cities in the state that has a week-long celebration honoring his legacy. In addition, we were also informed at a reception that the director of community relations, Barbara Shannon Bannister, is retiring from that position after over 36 years of service. She has been a very strong community member and very active in social justice for the city and the county. Her legacy includes the establishment of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King celebration, which is in its 33rd year, as well as her and her husband established the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People in Aurora, which is one of the more active organizations and chapters in the state and in the country. Her legacy continues through many other achievements, such as the establishment of a statue of Dr. Martin Luther King at the MLK Library, and many, many other contributions in events and policies that emerged from her position as city public relations or community relations director or chief. So I just want to reflect that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Holland. Commissioner Conti.
Thank you, Madam Chair Pro Tem. I'd just like to make the comment that I was very dismayed to be down at the Capitol on Friday and to witness what I felt was an outrageous act, that a state representative was denied the ability to be a prime sponsor on the Martin Luther King resolution for no other apparent reason other than her race. This is the very thing that Dr. King stood against. People should be judged on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And for this to happen, I thought was an outrageous act and needs to be pointed out. Unfortunately, our local media is failing to do so, so I did not want to let this opportunity pass to make sure that it is on the record here.
Thank you, Commissioner Conti. I'll only add that I did walk in that parade, and it was a gorgeous day. My feet did not freeze for once, so it was a great day for walking. So, any other comments? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.